hey, it's me. I'm finally going to get my vaccine. I'm so excited. I've been waiting a while. I'm old enough to get it, and I'm smart enough to get it. So I'm very happy that I'm going to get my Moderna shot today. And I wanted to tell everybody, I think you should get out there and do it too. I even changed one of my songs to fit the occasion. It goes, vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. 'Cause once you're dead, then that's a bit too late. I know I'm trying to be funny now, but I'm dead serious about the vaccine. I think we all want to get back to normal, whatever that is, and that would be a great shot in the arm, wouldn't it, if we could get back to that. But anyhow, I just wanted to encourage everybody, because the sooner we get to feeling better, the sooner we are going to get back to being normal. So I just want to say to all of you cowards out there, don't be such a chicken squat. Get out there and get shot. Anyway, that's my message to you. So I am going to call on my friend, Dr. Najia Bunad, that's worked in research here at Vanderbilt. That's where I am today. And he's going to pop me in my arm. And so I'm going to call him in. I'm going to mask up first, though, because I have a pretty good distance between me and the camera. So I'm going to try to put this on and get that on, get my hair back around so I look good. You know, we got to look good. Okay, Dr. Najee, get in here and give me a shot. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
It's so
Have
good
you been
to see
practicing?
you, and thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, well, thank you for helping me out. You've been here for years doing research at Vanderbilt, and you and I have been friends forever, and I thought it was only appropriate that you should be the one to give me my shot today.
Absolutely, and I'm so glad that you're here and that you're giving a great message, and we're ready.
Okay, well, I'm going to wait on you.
Okay.
I hope you practice. I even had a little cutout in my shirt. I matched it over here because I'm sure you can just reach down in there and surely find a muscle somewhere.
So,
I'm going to wait for you. All right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Do what you got to do. You're the doctor. I'm just the patient. I didn't know you was going to be so clumsy. I hope you're going to do better with my shot. And I hope this don't look like it does on TV, where it looks like they're driving an ice pick in your arm. Okay.
Now, let me ask you, I have two questions to ask you. Do you have any bleeding disorders?
No.
Any serious allergies, anaphylactic reaction?
No.
Okay, we're ready.
I think I'm good to go. So. I'm going. I'm going. Well, it didn't take this long to film 9 to 5, Dr. Najee. Okay. I'm still waiting. Well, I've been waiting since December. I've been in line. Okay, here I go. All right. Think you got it?
I got it.
Okay. That didn't hurt. Just stung a little bit, but that was from the alcohol pad, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Let me
All right.
Should we put a...
A Band-Aid? No. Mess up my beauty mark?
Okay.
I'm joking. You do what you gotta do. I don't want blood on my clothes. Hey, I did it. I did it.
Welcome to your program, Security Watch Africa. Only on this channel, the Africa Independent Television, you get this information to keep your life safe and secure. This is the new normal. Maybe until we all are vaccinated, then we can take off this mask and return to our normal lives. Welcome to your program. My name still remains Patrick Abambo. Like you saw there in that video, that is the popular country music icon, Dolly Parton, encouraging people to get vaccinated. In truth, Dolly Parton donated $1 million to University of Tennessee for the production, for the discovery and production of the vaccine, the Moderna vaccine, which is being used all over the world now. So you can see people getting involved in ensuring that we all get vaccinated and return to our normal lives. Yes, your program today, we are going to be looking on a number of issues, COVID and the vaccination in Nigeria, and like many other African countries, the immunization has commenced. People are getting vaccinated. Yesterday, there was a commencement of vaccination at the National Hospital in Abuja. The first person to be vaccinated in Nigeria is Dr. Cyprian Inyong, and he was vaccinated at the at the National Hospital in Abuja. And today, this morning, at exactly 11:50 a.m., President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, also got vaccinated, along with the Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo. You can see that they are being vaccinated. And from the program lineup, the frontline workers, health and medical workers, and elderly will get vaccinated. And I tell you, I'm ready to be vaccinated too, because it's important, and we must return to our normal lives. And after the vaccination, you get your card, that contains the QR marking, which can make you travel anywhere without any disturbance. So really, we're getting to the end, so it seems, of this coronavirus pandemic. Yes, today we have to move quickly. Also, just yesterday, the newly appointed service chiefs for the defense headquarters, the army headquarters, naval headquarters, Air Force headquarters were decorated by President Muhammadu Buhari with their new ranks, and where he charged them that before the rainy season commences, they must make sure that there is security in all parts of the country. That is a very big, good charge to them. We'll hope and see what they will be able to achieve. A lot of people had having, just like Mr. President said, a lot of people are having high hopes in them helping to stem the tide of insecurity in the country. We pray that that will be so. But still on the necessity to get vaccinated, Security Watch Africa, Peggy Agbe, who was on the streets of Abuja to find out from Nigerians if really they are willing and ready, and how do they feel about this vaccination, if they are willing and ready to be vaccinated, and how they feel about the arrival of the vaccine in Nigeria. Sit back as we bring you this report.
Nigeria has received the long-awaited COVID-19 vaccine shipped via COVAX facility. Nearly 4 million doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine was delivered to Nigeria as part of the goal to ensure global distribution of vaccines to saving lives. The arrival of Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine is a significant occasion, which is a critical avenue in curbing the spread of the pandemic, as the only way out of this crisis is to ensure that vaccines are available to all. Many countries all over the world have been administering the COVID-19 vaccines with different doses, depending on which vaccines fit their variants. Will Nigerians be willing to take these vaccines? And is there some level of relief knowing it has arrived Nigeria? These, Security Watch Africa took to the streets to find out what they had to say.
First of all, that's to be administered to the medical personnel first, the first line in the first line staff in the process of treatment. Then when you do that, we're able to know the efficacy of that.
Okay, and so if they bring it to you now, you're not going to take it?
No, there must be some kind of. I think it is even the best method to select a group. It could be the vulnerable group, maybe 70 upwards, those who are 70, the most vulnerable group. Or you may say, okay, let's test it on those who are a bit knowledgeable about the whole vaccination process itself. But if you say you just come, nobody comes and just start giving people anyhow. You must do a kind of modification before you start. And I think those in the authorities are able to, they know what to do.
I don't feel any relief. Why is that, ma'am? In the sense that coronavirus just came in. How do they manufacture vaccine within a space of time? We have learned about cancer, other deadly diseases, and there's no vaccine for it. How come that within the twinkling of an eye, they now brought in vaccine, which we don't know how genuine and how how genuine it is. So we are scared. Personally, I will not take it.
Provided the government is sure that it's not going to harm the masses. So we will take it because we also believe in our government.
I think with the arrival of the vaccines, we should be happy about it, and the government is showing a lot of concern for the COVID-19 issues.
Because I didn't really trust this government because they might bring the vaccine and actually maybe it's another thing.
Okay, so if they give you the vaccine, you won't take it?
I will not take it.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I've just said. Maybe you take the vaccine now and it happens that another thing start happening in your body, some strange things. So I wouldn't take it. I would prefer myself this way than taking straight in.
With this move by the government in facilitating the availability of vaccines to curb the spread of COVID-19, let us keep following laid down protocols and steps in administration of the vaccines. Stay safe, as every life matters. Peggy Agbe, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Like you had in the report, some Nigerians believe that the vaccine is for something else, so they won't take it, while some are ready to take it. I believe that it's important for us to take it so that we'll all be protected, if for no reason, for the sake of our loved ones. For the fear that is being looked into, I believe that the government and all the agencies, medical agencies and information management agencies, should be able to educate Nigerians about what it's all about. If you don't educate them, they will not understand. But from my own knowledge, it's important for us to take the vaccine. There's nothing contrary to that. It will help all of us to be alive and safe. Yes. Also, still looking at insecurity in Nigeria, the Inspector General of Police of Nigeria, talking about IGP Mohammed Abubakar Adamu, launched recently Operation Puff Ada 2, where he charged the operatives to dominate all space. Do not give bandits, kidnappers, and criminals a way to cause havoc. And we decided to speak with some retired police officers to find out if this move is good, if it will help in the fight against insecurity in Nigeria. Sit back as we bring you this report put together by Shekina Chinkere.
Insecurity and terrorism has been a major challenge to the Nigeria government and the people in recent times. Kidnapping, armed robbery, rape, and political crisis, murder, destruction of oil facilities by the Niger Delta militants, alongside the attacks carried out by Fulani herdsmen on some communities in the north and south, have been another major insecurity challenge facing the nation. Many lives and properties have been lost, and a large number of citizens rendered homeless. Government had made frantic efforts to tackle these challenges posed by terrorism and insecurity in the country and put an end to it. But the rate of insurgency and insecurity is still alarming. Designed to dislodge these insecurity challenges, the Inspector General of Police of the Nigerian Police Force, IGP Mohammed Abubakar Adamu, has launched Operation Puff Ada 2 at the force headquarters in Abuja. The IGP said the operation is deemed to deny bandit space to regroup either in the zone or any other parts of the country.
Operation Puff Ada 2 will be executed in phases and will in due course cover the entire country. The broad mission of Operation Puff Ada 2 is to strengthen security across the country. Under the phase 1 of our operational plan of Operation Puff Ada 2, which is being flagged off today, our objective is to focus on the restoration of security and peace in the northwest and north central geopolitical zones. The operation is to dislodge the bandits and deny them space to regroup either in the zones or any other part of the country. It also involves bringing to justice any arrested bandits and their collaborators.
To seek solution to these challenges, Security Watch Africa spoke with two knowledgeable retired Assistant Inspectors General of Police, Tunde Ogunshakin and Wilson Inalegu, if the operation will help reduce the rate of criminality. And they have this to say.
To fight the growing insecurity nationwide, it is a good thing that it's done that. And I'm sure that when the operation is fully in full steam, it will address considerably insecurity in terms of kidnapping, banditry that is happening all over the place. He has put a lot into this, and it will help us a great deal in reducing criminals and criminality in this time. These are very difficult times, but that's the Operation Pofada. It's an answer to the problem of security we are facing, and I'm sure that will help a great deal to reduce crime and criminality.
I know that when the IG came, when he launched Operation Pofada, it did a lot on Kaduna Abuja Road. It did a lot. Let me tell you, these operations are important. As in the city now, you have 6 area councils. You know what your headache is. You now look at the resources you have. And you say, look, let us launch one operation to deal with issues of crime in Buhari. I'm having too much headache. Operation Buhari Sanity, for example. And so you are going to draw resources, if you like, from the zone, from the FCT, until you are able to address those things. So you can name it. So I think the Operation Pofada, from my experience, achieved the purpose for which the IG intended it. Because I was quite impressed when Operation Pofada started and they made deployment. But I am purely an advocate. The Operation Pofada, I think, was successful. But I still take you back. Intelligence gathering and acquisition. Intelligence-led policing. Intelligence-led crime control. Interagency cooperation and collaboration.
Officers and men of the operation are charged to see the task as a national duty. Shekina Chinkere, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Still looking on issues of insecurity and a way forward to be able to get Nigeria out of this insecurity. We'll be taking one more report, but before that, let me introduce my guest via Zoom. My guest via Zoom is he's been on this program regularly because we are still looking at getting Nigeria out of insecurity. Every day, people are moving about without confidence. They are afraid of their lives, and they don't know whether they will return back home. Even when they are home, they are afraid whether they will be adopted. So we are still looking, how can we get out of this? So I still have with me, though via Zoom, Suleiman Obagaya. Suleiman Obagaya was the National Deputy President of Nigerian Guild of Editors, and he is the Chief Executive of Sky Limit Media Group, and also a member of the World Editors Forum. Suleiman, it's a pleasure to have you on the program again. Okay, maybe we're having issues with the audio there, but let's go quickly to the next report, talking about the issue, maybe not just reports, still on the issue of insecurity. President Buhari had ordered that security agencies should deploy and improve security around schools in Nigeria. And we are concerned, we are worried because we have so many schools, and what is the strength, the personnel number of all the security agencies? Even if all of them are to start manning the school, how possible would that be? Take, for instance, a police station in a community in Benue State that were one of the retired commissioners of police, a friend of Security Watch Africa, talking about CP Ibezimako Ahanya, visited that police station and tried to have a chat with them to find out how ready are they to provide security for the schools in the local government. Sit back and hear what happened.
We have about how many secondary schools here?
We have about 7 secondary schools.
Seven secondary schools?
Yes, sir.
Eh?
Yes, sir.
How many staff will you get as a
I have myself and 4 others.
4 others. How many guns will I get?
We don't have any gun.
We do not get gun?
Even one, we don't get.
So if kidnapper go for that secondary school now, you know if you do anything? I think you go take juju catch them now.
No, no juju.
What do you go take
the principal or the staff of the school will call.
When they call you,
telling me what is happening at the school.
And if they carry gun, what do you go do?
If they carry gun,
you go go?
I don't go.
Hey,
I will not go.
You see, you see Nigeria, Igbo police station has almost a population of about more than 3 million people, or let's say we don't reach 3 million.
Maybe.
But reach 3 million.
You know, reach Begonia.
But with 6 secondary schools.
Seven.
Yes, that are in isolated areas.
Yes, sir.
And in your station, only 5 men there here.
Yes, sir.
No gun.
No gun.
So if kidnapper come,
I get one button.
The button go catch them.
And I cannot go.
Thank you very much.
In that chat, you heard them. The Ugbo police station they're talking about covers a population of close to over 2 million persons, because it's in the local government, and about 7 secondary schools. Not talking of the primary schools there too, or other schools, and yet the policemen they have there do not have arms to be able to protect. If in case, we pray it doesn't happen, adopters or kidnappers or whoever they are comes to that school, how will these children be protected? So it really calls for question, a lot of questioning that the security agencies, not the security agencies, the government should make every effort to provide the necessary tools and wherewithal for the security agencies to carry out their responsibilities. Yes, still on the issue of providing the necessary tools, providing the infrastructure. One basic infrastructure that aids either negatively or positively criminality is bad roads. Where there are bad roads, there are bound to be a lot of criminal activities. Take for instance in the northeast particularly, where the roads are bad. These Boko Haram terrorists and ISWAP fighters use it to stop people and adopt people, attack security agencies, put landmines there, and as soon as you drive past, then the vehicle goes up in flames. So it's really a problem. So Security Watch Africa, Shuli Daniels did a report on the importance of roads in issue of providing security for the people. Sit back as we bring you this report.
A road is a thoroughfare, route or way on land between 2 places, which has been paved to allow travel by some conveyance. In Nigeria, most roads is in bad shapes, leading to many negative effects. The essence of good road system cannot be overemphasized. Apart from making it easy to transport persons and goods from one place to the other, it also helps to improve the economic development of our country. Also, for the efficient defense of our country during wars, good system of roads is essential. In recent times, the state of some Nigerian roads has raised so much concern as the insurgents are using it as means of attack by planting landmines on the bad spots. Also, it makes it difficult for soldiers of the Nigerian army to move into some of the troubled zones. Knowing how important a good road system is in the fight against terrorism, the Nigerian army repaired and constructed some of the roads like Mazabiu Road, Ngando Dambra Road, Kamuya Buratai Road for military operation mobility corridor. Some people have raised questions as to what the government is doing to make sure that these bad roads are fixed. Security Watch Africa crew spoke to some road users on the condition of this road, and this is what they have to say.
Let us 2 years ago, the road is too bad. but now the road was be clear because army help us clear the road. The road is been now moving well.
The road is clear now. We are soldiers. They are trying for us, so we are begging the government. They go add more action of the road. So they are helping us well now. So we don't have problem. No be like since before. So now they are trying on the road. We are following the road every day without problem.
This road was constructed about 40 years back, or more than 40 years back. But in this period of insurgency, the road is very, very bad. So it's contributed much. People used to fall victim because of the road is very, very bad. But by God's grace, with the help of Nigerian army, they started at least reconstructing the road. So at least in these days, the road becomes so bit, a little bit improvement, little bit better.
Attending this our road, the army have played a very sensitive role because they are the one that maintain from is it Brete to Bunyadi, but from Brete to Biu, I don't know if we are still part of this country. Why? Because we have been waiting for the government to participate or to play their own role, but up to now, we cannot even, there's nothing to show on ground. But they have started some culverts there. I don't know if they will reach Burete, I don't know. So we are still praying, maybe the government will hear our voice and then assist to complete the, yes, yeah.
This road through, we are praying, may God, federal government help us. Maybe they can do us. So our army are doing their own part. So may federal government come and help us.
Shirley Daniels, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Welcome back. Like you had, the importance of roads can never be overemphasized. It's important that government make sure that the roads are motorable so that people can move freely. Yes, quickly, let me go back to my guest talking about Suleiman Obagaya as I introduce area. Okay, I understand that network, we can have him. So really, all right, so let me go back to my guest, Suleiman Obagaya, again, so that we can talk this time around via the telephone, because it seems the network, it's not so good. So, hello, how are you doing?
I'm fine, my brother. Good afternoon.
All right, thank you very much for the network. Let's quickly look at it. There are a lot of issues that are agitating the minds. One of those issues is a clip which we showed earlier talking about the president asked that security agencies must improve security within the schools in the federation. How possible do you think that can be done?
Well, obviously, Mr. President has issued those directives in realization of the importance of education or indispensable place of education in the lives of or in the growth of any nation. It was the late sage Nelson Mandela who said education is the only weapon with which you can conquer the world. Mr. President himself and so many millions of Nigerians are children of nobody, and through a courtesy of education they grow up to be somebody. And for Nigeria as a nation, education is even all the more a key issue because we have one of the most active populations in the world. 72% of our population are projected to be 32 years and below. And unless you educate them, there is no way you can talk about security because, honestly speaking, people fail. So obviously that is why Mr. President has issued that directive that the school should be well guarded. The education does not stop at the people the terrorists want. And I pray the security services, especially the cyber chiefs.
Yeah, but talking about that, Yeah, talking about that, yes, we know the Mr. President desire that education is not interrupted in Nigeria, but in reality, let's look, for instance, the video we showed earlier, you have a police station that the men there do not have any arms, and they are to provide security for more than 2 million persons with 7 secondary schools there. How possible do you think that area can be policed?
Honestly speaking, it's going to be very, very difficult. I wouldn't say impossible because, like I keep arguing, globally, the standard is that in any war against terror, 60% of the role should be played by the civilians. What it means is that we should deepen our local intelligence, our participation, cooperation with the security services, and making sure once we see strangers, we report them to the security services. For those police stations that are not manned or they don't have arms, if we are able to report suspicious activities that we see around us, they could be able to call for maybe reinforcement, maybe a police station that is not too far away from them that is armed also, or that is well kitted, to come to the head of that community. So I think this is the only way.
All right.
It's really a tall order.
Okay, exactly. And they could call for help. And then if there are good roads, but if there are no roads, I wonder how they can quickly get there. But let's look again. We're talking about that the manpower of the security agency is not enough. And recently, just a few days ago, we saw a report that says that slightly over 100 personnel, officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army deserted or disappeared. I don't know what appropriate word to use to qualify that. What would you say concerning that?
Okay, well, honestly speaking, I am of the opinion that we as ordinary Nigerians have a very big role to play in encouraging the military to protect us. You see, once you pick your Android phone or iOS phone and start writing all sorts of permit me to use the word trash, you are, without probably knowing, discouraging or lowering the morale of these soldiers that are fighting day in, day out to protect us. So we need to be very, very careful. Yet as a journalist, interviewed a lot of these soldiers in the Northeast. I traveled to the Northeast purposely to see what is happening. And they told me that they are not happy with the kind of narratives we spew out in the public domain. At the slightest prompting, we condemn the soldiers, we condemn the security services. It's the same thing we did as if the soldiers under, for example, the immediate past dispensation or the previous service chiefs, as if they were doing nothing. Yet they were doing their best to protect us. And every day, all we do is to pick our phones and write all sorts of things about them. It discourages them. So some of them feel that, this sacrifice I'm making, is it even worth it?
Exactly.
If it is not worth it, why don't I simply go back home? So these are some of the key issues. The second issue, which I believe is not even to mention the first one, is that of welfare. The immediate past service chiefs, for example, especially Army that I know, has done its best in terms of improving the welfare of the troops. I know that for the past 5 years or 6 years, the allowances they were receiving have been quadrupled. And I remember we used to see the former Army chief, most times trenches with the troops, even serving them meals during festivities like Christmas and the rest. These are some of the things the government or the security service, the military has been doing to improve the welfare of the troops. But honestly, the most fundamental issue is that of the way we report them, the way we present them.
I agree with you there, and it can demoralize them. Thanks for being part of this program today. Sadly, we'll have to allow you to go. We hope to have you in the studio to look at these issues very soon. Thanks for being with us.
I really hope to be in the studio maybe next week.
All right, thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Yes, viewers, that is actually all we have for you today. We wish we could have more time to discuss on a lot of issues, far-reaching and ranging issues that needs to be looked into. But unfortunately, we have to go for other programs to continue. Until we come your way again next week, I say thanks for staying tuned and bye for now.